What's going on, guys? December 1st, 2017. Time for my daily crypto update. I found this really cool article on CNBC. It's from a guy that I've been following for quite some time now. His name's James Altucher. He's written a ton of books, really good books actually, and he's an investor in Bitcoin and a lot of other altcoins. But I kind of wanted to talk about his 10 predictions about where he thinks Bitcoin is headed, as well as other cryptocurrencies. That's what this article is about, and he kind of shares these ten predictions with us, and I want to share them with you because I thought they're actually pretty interesting. So this is him, kind of wild and crazy dude. It's actually pretty normal, but his hair like always gets me. But Bitcoin, it's the article starts off, Bitcoin's giant move upward is far from done, according to this guy James Altucher. According to him, society has made major changes to its currency a few times in history. Gold replaced barter as traditional currency, paper money replaced gold as a store of value, and Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are going to replace paper money as a transactional currency. Each type of currency solved problems of the prior generation of currency, he said in an interview with CNBC. Bitcoin solves the problem of infinite money printing, forgery, double spending, and anonymity, he said. Altucher owns Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Zcash, and Filecoin. Pointing to a demand-supply imbalance, Altucher predicts that Bitcoin will top $1 million per coin. He's not the only person to come out and say that. I think there's actually a decent amount of people who have to agree with that, and it's because of the next point, which is an actually really interesting point. There's $200 billion in cryptocurrencies out there, and over 200 trillion in demand for money. That's the amount of paper currency and gold bullion in the world, right? So that's where he's coming up with this $1 million valuation for the coin. Altucher, founder and publisher of Choose Yourself Financial. That's actually the book that one of the books that he's written. Choose Yourself is kind of his brand. I highly recommend those books. They're really great. So you can probably find a lot of them for free because I think he gives them away in exchange for your email. But they're definitely worth the read. If you're into self-help, investing in yourself, I highly recommend these. A subscription-based financial publication cautions that 98% of cryptocurrencies are scams, but Bitcoin and a few other cryptocurrencies are here to stay, he believes. This is the greatest tectonic shift in money and wealth that we will see in our lifetimes. Here's his 10 predictions, and this is what we're going to get into. At least one country's currency is likely to fail soon. That's we've been hearing a lot about that in the news, and he might be privy to specific information because he is a very wealthy dude and he knows a lot of wealthy people. His opinion is likely Argentina or Venezuela. This will lead to mass adoption of Bitcoin among that populace, and that will in turn lead to Bitcoin rising by more than $50,000 when that does happen. Mainstream banks will accept Bitcoin and start offering storage and software access. They will also create cryptocurrency derivatives, as the CME, as we know, is about to start doing. Despite the optimism, there will be a massive wipeout, and 95% of the altcoins out there will go away, just like the dot-com bust. The surviving coins will go up a ton, and this will happen in the next 4 to 6 months. The U.S. government will secretly start accumulating one of the smaller cryptocurrencies to make it easier for gray area transactions with other countries. This has already started happening, but will really start to ramp up in 2018. China will invest heavily in other cryptocurrencies. We know that they're definitely, they're not going to invest in Bitcoin. They're not going to be adopting Bitcoin. We already know that. China will want to have a cryptocurrency that is competitive with Bitcoin, but under its centralized control. This will, in general, provide legitimacy to all the cryptocurrencies. Number 6, one big problem with cryptocurrencies now is their volatility. At least one base coin will likely dramatically reduce that in 2018. Number 7, more companies will pay freelancers with crypto, which will lead to calls for tax reform. This will need to be greater regressive sales taxes, which will ultimately require government cuts and eventually less power for national governments. This is a long-term prediction. Number 8, in the same way the internet changed the monopolistic phone industry, crypto will change the monopolization of government-backed money, fiat currency. A new government organization will be created to analyze regulations on cryptocurrencies. This will ironically lead to a huge upswing in Bitcoin and coins that provide actual utility. And the last point, thousands of crypto companies will be created and go public, but only a few will be massive successes. Now, I'll link to this article. There'll be links in the description below this video. But very interesting points that he's making in terms of Bitcoin. So a lot of people are asking me, is it too late? What's going on? As I go to the charts right now, we can see that Bitcoin is actually trying to push through 11,000 big sell walls right now. It's going to be, and you need to come with a lot of buy orders. We got 154 Bitcoin wall right here at the 11,000 mark. Who knows, guys? Who knows what's going to happen? Like I said, a lot of people are asking, is it too late? Is it too late? I think at this stage in the game, I don't believe anything is too late, right? I think and look, it just broke through. Wow, it just broke through right on the video. Look at that, guys. We just broke through that huge buy wall. Nice. So this, we're seeing this right now. We could see a double top, or we could blast right through this freaking top. I wouldn't be surprised, because this thing has just been going off like crazy. That's really awesome to see. Congrats to all the people who held through, who bought the dip, right? If we're taking a look at this little short-term double top in the hourly chart, right? So we were at the $10,800 mark rather. We kind of broke through it, made this nice little tail and kind of shooting upward right now. So we're pushing towards the 11s. What are we gonna do? What's gonna happen, guys? Are we gonna hit 11.5 again, right? Are we gonna top this out and start a trend downward, or are we gonna push through it? Only time will tell. It's gonna be interesting to see, that's for sure. And I have a feeling this is gonna happen within the next couple hours. So we'll definitely keep an eye on it. But like I said, this, with these types of news stories that are coming out with these types of just predictions, right? Like 50,000, 100,000, $1 million Bitcoin. Man, no, it's definitely not too late to get in. Where you get in is ultimately going to, determine a lot of your success, right? If you get scared very easily, I don't recommend getting in at these levels, because it's extremely volatile right now, especially at these prices. We could bounce off this double top, or we can push through and go to even newer highs, right? We don't know what's going to happen. We have to kind of see where the volume takes us and what happens on a minute by minute basis. So just interesting. Like I said, I wanted to share this article with you. I'll link to it in the description below. Let's take a look at what's going on in the coin market cap. I'll just refresh this for a sec. We'll see that Bitcoin on here at least is 11,130, up 11% today. Ethereum coming back nicely from that sell-off. Let's take a look at what's been going on in the last 7 days. There's a little bit of resistance, it looks like, right in this area right here. So if Bitcoin continues to push higher, we can definitely get back to this high, and who knows, might even break it. There's definitely going to be some resistance in the 490 range, so just be ready for that if you are invested in Ethereum. Like myself, Bitcoin Cash up 9% today. That kind of just humming along, right? Let's see Ripple up 4% today. This is kind of just ebbing and flowing as well, right? So this looks like it's a little bit of resistance right here, kind of in this 28-cent mark. Gonna have to see some breakout with some volume to kind of push towards this 40 cents and possibly higher, if if they want to continue their upward trend. Dash up 2% today. Just a absolutely crazy move on Dash, right? This thing is doing really well. It's actually trading right at its highs too. So any small news with this can push this thing way past where it's at right now. 815, this thing could definitely move. So be on the lookout for Dash. I like where it's at right now. I think we got this area of resistance right here, but if we break through Bitcoin, if it follows with what happens with Bitcoin, if Bitcoin does end up breaking through, this could see new highs as well. So that's Dash. Let's check out Litecoin. I'm loving Litecoin right now. Let's see, holding strong, definitely hitting some resistance at these areas right here, the 101 level. So we'll see. It's got to break through with something to kind of push forward, right? So we broke new highs the other day, kind of pushing towards those levels now. We'll see what happens with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin decides to take a turn, you're probably going to see a lot of these other altcoins take a turn too. So it's coming up to that area. We'll see. Time will tell what's going to happen with that, if it breaks the double top, or if it just bounces off and starts coming back down. Another one that I'm invested in is Litecoin. So Bitcoin Gold, one of the forks, up 6% today. 312. Let's see where this is at. Kind of not doing much of anything really. Just kind of sitting in that price range. IOTA up 8%. Nice swing over here. This is in this $1.09 range was the breakout. So it looks like it bounced off that breakout again when the sell-off happened. Let's see if we can take a closer look. Yeah, so it looks like it was that low. So it looks like that resistance then became support when it came back down from the sell-off, and now it's kind of pushing its way back up. Similar, definitely to Litecoin and some of the other altcoins that we took a look at. So we had that sell-off, and now kind of back to that double top area. If we break it, we might break it, or we might bounce off it and come down. We'll see what happens. That was IOTA Cardano of 14.5% today. This looks like it's starting to come back up to those levels as well. So broke out, sell off, slowly coming back, topping, definitely looking like a double top again. But we'll see. This does not look like it's trading that much. So unless volume comes in, I don't see that breaking through. Ethereum Classic up 18% today. Let's check this out. So yeah, so came back down towards where the breakout was again, like we saw with the other altcoins, and kind of just rocketed up right there. So it looks like there's definitely going to be some resistance close to where this is at, 31, probably looking at some resistance in the 33, 34 area. Going to have to break through that to make new highs, of course, obviously. So we'll see what happens, guys. I mean, just going back to Bitcoin, we're at 11,040 right now. Not much volume, right? So we got big buys, not too many sells. So we'll see what happens from here. It looks like this thing wants to go higher, but it is 8:30 on the East Coast time, and it just doesn't look like there's much trading activity going on right now. So we'll see if this thing can break through. But this thing is sneaky, man. When you guys take your eye off it for a second, this thing starts pushing. So my prediction is, I think we'll get up here in the next couple hours. I think we're gonna try to see if we can break through this double top area. So we're gonna definitely see some resistance around 11,400 area, and we'll see what happens. If it breaks through, it's gonna break through, and it's gonna push quick. So just be ready for that, but also be ready for a potential sell-off too. So we kind of talked about in the video yesterday, kind of looking at these like moving averages and kind of trading with them depending on the chart that you're looking at. If you're trading 5 minute, if you're trading hourly, just take a look at this kind of stuff, guys. Like this was easy to spot. Broke above, came back, touched, broke up. If you guys are short-term traders, these are the things you're going to want to look at. If you're more longer term, you're going to want to look at the longer term time frame, right? This came back down, touched the band, came back up, touched the band again, flirting with the band, and start pushing higher. So this is kind of the things that you're going to want to be looking at if you are going to be trading this, depending on the time frame. Look, it's actually pushing right now. Let's see. It's going back to 1170. We'll see what's going to happen with this, guys. Very, very interesting, exciting times for sure. I will be updating you in tomorrow's video, but I'm excited to see what happens. It's probably going to happen, like I said, within the next couple hours. We're going to be pushing towards these highs. So if you like this video, definitely leave me a like, leave me a comment. If you want me to look at specific altcoins, I'd be happy to do so, kind of let you know from a technical standpoint what I would be doing. I'm not a financial advisor, so take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm just saying what I would do if I were investing, but ultimately the decision is up to you. As always, I'll leave that article that I talked about in the description below. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the video, and I will see you in tomorrow's. Talk to you later, guys.